Today, let's rapid fire through 8 of my favorite fantasy romance books with dual POV or multi POV. Truthfully, I love multi and dual POV, especially when it is done well, because I absolutely love knowing things that the FMC doesn't know, especially when it comes from the main male interest, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's get into it, starting with the War of Lost Hearts trilogies by Carissa Broadbent. This series starts as dual POV between the MMC and the FMC, and then as the series progresses, we are introduced to a third POV that actually ends up being my favorite one. If you know, you know. Next up is Of Blood and Aether by Harper Hawthorne. This is a fantastic dual POV between the two love interests. Like, I ate up every second. I did say I love reading dual POV so that I know things that the FMC doesn't know, and this is a fantastic example of that. The Hurricane Wars by Thea Kwanzan is a phenomenal example of dual POV between two enemies who sort of become lovers. These two POVs complemented each other so well because in this book there is so much political scheming as well as emotional miscommunication, and I loved knowing the perspective of both characters. Obviously, I'm going to be including multiple Kari Lake books because her use of dual POV is truly unmatched. So for this book rec video, I'm going to be including Nocticadia, the Nightshade duology, and Anathema. I absolutely love her use of dual POV every single time I eat it up. Like, every single word, just no crumbs. And because I'm insufferable, I'm obviously going to be including the Legacy series and the Lady of Darkness series by Melissa K. Roerich. Now, both of these really start with kind of a dual POV in book one, and then as the series progress, we're introduced to many more POVs, especially in the Lady of Darkness series, and it adds so much to the books. I absolutely love the use of multi-POV in these stories. Honestly, I just feel like the accumulation of all of the character stories add so much depth of emotion, especially when you're in a series like Lady of Darkness and you're, 5 books in, multiple novellas, and you just feel like you really are so connected to these characters and their stories. Melissa Roerich writes a cast of characters truly like no other, and these two series are probably my favorite example of multi-POV. What are your guys' favorite multi-POV books? Let me know in the comments.